Two people have died after being pulled from the water off Frankston beach as Victoria was battered by a severe spring storm with strong winds causing widespread damage across the state. Police were called to the scene at Frankston this afternoon as the weather front passed over Port Phillip Bay. Shannon Schubert joins us now. Shannon, what more can you tell us?
Police say the two men are yet to be formally identified, and they were pulled from the beach in Frankston this afternoon. A report will be prepared for the coroner. Police say that the air wing conducted a search after emergency services were told that two men were in trouble in the water this afternoon. They were pulled from the water around 5 p.m, but sadly the pair was unresponsive. It's a tragic end to a wild day of weather.
Wind so strong it brought this tram to a standstill after blowing over a massive tree. A narrow escape for the driver of this car outside Cabrini Hospital in Malvern.
I was driving, just passing the tram at a red light, and I heard a bang at the back seat. I stopped and I saw like a tree branch had come through the back window of the car, or the back little glass bit of the car.
In Geelong, thousands optimistically braved the conditions for Cup Day, but not for long. Racing was suspended after just 3 races as punters were evacuated from marquees.
It's terrible. We're right there on the wedding post and it was just blowing, we're blowing like this.
As the wind strengthened, it was called off for the day. Some took it in their stride.
I think we might just head to the pub. Barely a breeze.
A bit of breeze for the coastal dwellers.
Destructive winds of up to 100 kilometres per hour started in the state's west this morning, downing trees, before sweeping through central Victoria. In the state's northwest, dust created havoc for drivers. Late this afternoon, it hit Melbourne. Across the state, power went out for nearly 14,000 customers, nearly 9,000 concentrated around Whittlesea in Melbourne's outer north, with thousands more in Maryborough, Echuca, Shepparton and South Melbourne also impacted.
We certainly have seen some really strong winds and hazardous conditions across the state today. Our volunteers have been responding to over 600 requests for assistance today. Over half of those have been for tree-related jobs, whether that be trees down over roads, on properties or in public areas.
Not much of the state was spared from the winds, with gusts topping 100 kilometres an hour in many centres. Here's meteorologist Tom Saunders on how the day unfolded.
Southeast Australia was blasted today by a powerful spring storm, and it was Victoria which faced the full force. That was as a low-pressure system from the Bight rapidly deepened on a path directly into Bass Strait. The isobars on the weather map tightly packed, an indication of severe winds. Maximum gusts reached 120 kilometres per hour at Mount Gellibrand, 109 kilometres per hour at Mount William, and on the coast, Warrnambool was lashed by a 98 kilometre per hour gust. The strong winds have now shifted into the central regions, Port Phillip Bay peaking at 107 kilometres per hour by 6 p.m. As the system tracks further east, winds are now easing in the west of the state, and the threat of damaging winds, though, should gradually contract to Gippsland tonight. That low also slung a front across our state. Hamilton shivered to just 15 in cold southwesterlies, while Orbost reached 28 in northwesterly winds before falling to just 16 by 3 p.m.